All right, so the UConn Iowa State game is pretty much coming to an end. UConn is up by 14 points with 2 minutes left. I think it's safe to talk about this as if it's going to end up being a UConn win. T.O., you mentioned, I don't know if you said this on air or if you said it off air. You think UConn might be the best team in the Big East? Are you at that point? And
They're
what
right
makes them,
there. They
what
are
makes them so
close.
impressive to you?
Andre Jackson's been impressive. I mean, his confidence is something different. We all know what Sonogo is. He stepped out. He's made a 3 this year. Everybody got kind of fired up for my man, and I'm happy for him too. It's always good when an awkward jumper goes in. We'll fire up the people. But for the most part, this UConn team, really long, really athletic. Donovan Clingan has done wonders to his body. I mean, like, he is in great shape. He's put on some good weight. He is enormous. And he provides a different type of lob threat. Like, Sonogo is more like you come in, it's got to be a bounce pass because he's going to bully his way up. Clingan, you just throw it up there. And Calcaterra was a much better addition than I thought he was going to be initially because he spaces the 4 out. And Tristan Newton's been pretty good. I think there was some hesitation for people to give him his flowers, but I think he's been solid so far. And I said this before the season. I still believe it. I think Hassan Diarra was a really nice under-the-radar addition from Texas A&M. That is a hard-nosed dude from up that way, and he is a Danny Hurley type of deal. I almost said Bobby, but he is a Danny Hurley type of guy, just tough, rugged, physical, and really brings the pace. And that's not even really talking about Jordan Hawkins and how good he has the potential to be. And Caravan, who was 2-time Big East Freshman of the Week already in this season. Like, there's a lot of pieces there. There's a lot of pieces there. And that UConn Creighton game, appointment television.
Yep, that is January 7th on Saturday, a noon tip. That one's going to be in stores, and then they play again in Omaha Saturday, February 11th. I am going to be fired up for those games. I think you can tell that, Gio.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be fired up too, though, and I'm not even really a UConn fan, man. But first off, I don't know how you guys watch games while you do this podcast. I haven't watched a single second of this UConn game, just so you guys know. I have no idea. I have no idea how you guys do that. But what I like about them though is their depth and their toughness. Like, you talk about Danny Hurley and Hassan Diarra being a Danny Hurley guy. I think all these guys are Danny Hurley guys, and that's why they work so well, right? Right now, Iowa State only has 53 points. Their toughness and their defense is gonna be what carries them. And just so I like what I see so far in terms of that development. But just tough guys overall, and that's what Danny Hurley wants, and that's how they're gonna succeed.
Yeah, Andre Jackson tonight has kind of had his a little bit of a breakout game, right? 10 points, 13 rebounds, 3 offensive, 5 assists. They credited him with 2 steals and 1 block, and I don't think that's right. I think it's probably a little bit higher than that. But he's an inhuman athlete, what he can do. And when he's flying around, when he is playing with energy and kind of, it's going to sound weird. He's got to play with energy, but play within himself because he can get a little bit crazy. Right? He's the kind of guy that can throw a highlight reel pass and then also throw the next 3 into like the 9th row. Maybe take out a guy that's walking around with the cotton candy, delivering it. Maybe hit a kid in the face, something like that.
Kid's got to have his head on a swivel. Like, it's not his fault. He's got to be ready. Like, you can't just
you got to be ready if Andre Jackson is playing, sitting press row, sitting courtside. Like, you never know what's going to end up happening.
No, but he's playing with a different confidence. Like, I'm about 10 seconds behind you, and like the way he's handling the ball, the way he's squaring up the defense. Like, think about how much offensive ability your team has to have in order to put 71 points on Iowa State and beat them by 20. Basically. Like, you have to have some firepower, and you have to have guys that get places off the bounce. And they have guys, and here's the thing too, and we're creeping up. It's been an hour, but like, they have guys you can run screens off of, or you can run screens for off the ball. They have guys who can break down a defense. They have a post threat. They have a lob threat, and they have defensive versatility. Like, there's a lot of options for the Huskies this year. A lot of options.
And we haven't even seen Samson Johnson, who is like probably when it comes to upside in terms of long-term pro potential, he's probably the guy that has the highest upside. When they played, How
about Clingan getting MVP?
There's no way he got MVP.
He did. Unless it was a typo by Espen.
Maybe for this game, but if he got MVP for the tournament,
that's
nuts. That's that's insane. He scored 4 points against Alabama, played 11 minutes, and then he got MVP.
I must be going crazy. Let me rewind it.
You might be right. They showed him on TV, so they had a close up of him. I've been on mute. But I mean, to me, it is the number of different looks that you can get, right?
Oh,
every
MVP.
single player on that team has a specific role that they've been brought in to do and really understands it. I think it's super dangerous when you can have the kind of post presence that Klingon and Sonogo are. You have a guy like Caravan at the 4 who's like he's such a good passer. He's always in the right place, always especially defensively. He's longer than you think. He can shoot it. Jordan Hawkins, the 3 threat that he is, and then you have Andre Jackson and why am I blanking on the kid from East Carolina? Tristan Newton. They're both big. They're both able to handle the point. You can put them in ball screen situations. In an ideal world, you can kind of have them both play off the ball. It's just
they got a lot of depth. It's a lot of depth.
Yeah, they're deep. Joey California coming in, knocking down a couple threes every game is something that I did not expect to happen.
They're legit 9 deep. Legit 9 deep.